Good morning and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this event, which is a leading event on the NBFC sector in the country. In fact, we started this series of NBFC events focusing on the technology adoption way back in around 2016-17. And this is the perhaps the longest running NBFC technology conference in the country. We are having this 16th edition here. We have taken this summit across India, including in Mumbai, Chennai, in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, and Kerala, Goa, and several other places. We bring this magazine called Banking and Finance Post, which is first and the only magazine on technology enablement of BFSI sector in the country. We run our portal called bfsi.eletsonline.com, which is the leading portal on IT adoption in the BFSI sector, and NBFCs in have a important focus area there. Briefly about Elets. Elets is celebrating its 21st anniversary this year in March. We just had our foundation day. And Elets is about adoption of E. The E, like around 21 years, people were not saying IT, but they were talking about electronic technology. So we said, let's E, and E-Let's. And Elets publishes magazines in the field of healthcare. It's called eHealth, IT in healthcare, digital learning, which is IT in education. We have a magazine called eGov, which is IT in government. We have a magazine for the CIO sector, which is for the eCIO, and our banking and finance post. And we are running portals on the subjects of smart cities also, urban sector also, and all the sectors on which we run our magazines, we also run our portals. And these all the initiatives are the first initiatives of the country around 20 years back, when the technology adoption was very, very low. So I will start with this a brief presentation about why this event. And I have, give me a second and let me start this. So we are having this 16th NBFC 100 Tech Summit, and all people in this audience are NBFC professionals, NBFC leaders, or NBFC technology providers. But it's a good idea to briefly recap that why we are doing what we are doing. किस लिए जीते हैं और किसके लिए जीते हैं, ये जानना जरूरी है. So we are all aware that contributions of NBFCs to India's economic growth is vital. I will not read all the slides. You can read it on your own. But these are the pointers which are the foundations of this event. So how are NBFCs defined? We are all aware. It's just a recap. 18% of total credit in the financial systems are done by NBFCs. Like all these numbers are, might be changing. 18 might have changed to 19 or 20. But these slides are indicative slides just to emphasize the importance and the role of NBFC sector in the country. 30 to 40% of total credit of SMEs is under NBFCs. 40 to 45% of the total housing credit disbursed is under the NBFCs. The NBFCs are playing a vital role in rural and agriculture financing, in vehicle financing, in financial inclusion in the rural areas. Very, very important role by NBFCs. Infrastructure financing, again, NBFCs are playing very, very important role. And they are the very, very important part of the India's growth story, and what government calls is a vision for the Viksit Bharat. NBFCs are playing already a very important role, and they will continue to play a very, very important role. And that is a region we at Elets are focusing on. NBFCs, a very, very important sector. Now, how can technology help NBFCs? This whole program of the day is all about that. So I will again give some pointers. Numbers here are highly indicative, and but don't worry about the numbers. आप नंबर पे मत जाइएगा, भावनाओं पे जाइएगा. So some of the examples of like adoption of IT and how they are impacting. Reduction in customer onboarding time by up to 80%, 50% reduction in operational cost of NBFCs. In usage of data analytics and credit scoring leads to 50% increase in loan approval rates and reduction of default rates by approximately 10%. Automated underwriting, it like reduces the processing time dramatically by 90% and a reduction of 20 to 30% in operational costs. Mobile and online banking services leads to 30% rise in digital transactions and 25% growth in customer retention rates. Our PA, which is a robotic process automation, leads to cost savings of up to 50% and 70% reduction in error rates. Fraud detection and risk management leads to detection of fraudulent activities up to 95% of accuracy and reduces credit loss by 15 to 20%. So, and usage of CRM increases the like 20% increase in customer acquisition and retention rates and 25% improvement in cross-selling and upselling. So these are some of the few examples of IT adoption in MBF sector, and there are hundreds of other examples. So in the whole day of this summit today, we will listen to some of the NBFC leaders, NBFC IT heads, technology providers, that what are the latest adoption examples, success stories, challenges, and opportunities of using digital in the NBFC sector. And idea is, the vision is, the larger vision क्या है, goal क्या है, कहाँ जा रहे हैं. अगर आज गवर्नमेंट अगर कहती है कि देश को अगर विकसित भारत बनाना है तो एनबीएफसीज का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है, और एनबीएफसीज की एफिशिएंसी अगर इम्प्रूव होगी, एनबीएफसीज का अगर इम्पैक्ट अगर इंक्रीज होगा, तो देश की इकोनॉमी में मेजर जो है चेंजेस आएंगे एट द लास्ट माइल. सो आवर आइडिया इज टू लाइक हेल्प द इकोसिस्टम ग्रो, द एनबीएफसी सिस्टम इकोसिस्टम एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इकोसिस्टम दोनों एक साथ आएँ और आपस में कोलैबोरेशन करें और मिलकर भारत को एक जो है विकसित बनाने की कोशिश करें. सो गाइज, दिस इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड लेट द फन बिगिन. एंड आई इनवाइट यू ऑल टू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लाइक सी दिस इवेंट एज ए वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म. आज हम में से जो भी यहाँ बैठा है कुछ जो है सीख कर जाए, कुछ नया लेकर जाए, नंबर एक. दूसरा, कम से कम 4 नए दोस्त बना के जाएं. So I will request each of you to say hi to the person on your table. आपके टेबल पर जो भी व्यक्ति है जिसको आप नहीं जानते, एक बार उनको हाथ मिलाएं और हाय बोलें और अपना जो है नाम बताएं और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाएं. So let's start this activity. Saying hi to at least one person on your like table. You can do it for 2 also, so no harm. Because more we shake hands, more we increase chances of collaborations and building partnerships. So that's the objective of like this whole event, that we are learning inside the hall and we are learning outside the hall, making new friends and making new connections. With this, I end my speech here and I welcome you all and thank you all for joining this very, very important event on NBFC. Thank you so much.